Wow, look at this. This is the distance. Domaine de Châtelet. It's one of the chateaus. I think the king stayed at or something. I don't know. I had to go and look. Here's someone taking a picture. Look at that. There's the castle. That the castle? I'm confused, but it's huge. It's like, it's as pretty as Versailles, they say, or even better, prettier. Bonsoir, everyone. So today, day 3, I can't believe it. Day 3 of, well, supposed to be 11 full days of sightseeing, who knows. So yeah, because of the protest, no Paris today. So the backup plan was, a surprise, Domaine de Chantilly. That's our first sightseeing trip. It was so nice there. Yeah, I'd never been there before, so it was really gorgeous. I was so excited. My aunt and a couple of people laughing like, ha ha ha. And my aunt's like, so you're really happy that we get to go here? I'm like, yes, I am. It is gorgeous. And actually, when we got in, after the tour guide got our tickets and gave it to us, I just ran away from my family and other people. Nothing against them, but yeah, I want to see what I want to see, take pictures I want to see. Because I know my aunt and her friends just love to just take pictures and not going to spend the time to look around and read some stuff and try to understand some of the history. It's a gorgeous day today. It's warmer than normal because I'd say Amsterdam was like cold and chilly, like a January Portland day. But today was about 13, 14 degrees Celsius, but it was really windy at the chateau where we were at. So I was happy to run inside the chateau and look around. It was really a labyrinth. I got confused sometimes, but I did see a chapel. I think I'm the only one of everyone in my tour group was the only one who was able to be there to see. There's 1 or 2 other strangers in there too, other tourists. But I sat down for a little bit and I started praying to God. So it was like a really peaceful moment. So anyway, so it was nice, and there's moments I got to take pictures with my family, and they take pictures with me, or they take pictures for me, and I hope a couple of people in my tour group take pictures for them while they take pictures for me. And then the most fun sight to see was this bride with this red, gorgeous, like, I think she's from Muslim culture, because it was really gorgeous, and her husband was there, and they was taking pictures, and yeah, the dress is gorgeous. I mean, there's a couple pictures that I kind of like sneaky took, but it's from a distance, you know. I'm not gonna go close up and take a picture because, yeah, not supposed to, you know. And plus, they hired a professional photographer right there, you know. So, oh yeah, this morning we were in the Lille Quincy area. We stayed at like a French motel. Anyway, so I was, you know, finished breakfast, and it was like a Christmas place, so taking pictures. Like, oh, I saw our driver. He was eating breakfast some there, and then he was like laughing because the way I was like having my pictures being taken, and I said like, oh, I told him like, good morning. Yeah, I told him I love Christmas so much, and and somehow it got to that he said like, well, this Christmas he can't go home. He is working. So yeah, please lift him in prayer that he at least have during the Christmas day that there's a break part of the day that he can connect with his family over the phone or something. Anyways, it's really sad when people can't really get to spend time with their family and friends because of work, you know, on a Christmas day. Been really nice. So watching the news again, it's like protesting is still going on. So our tour guide's saying that, well, tomorrow apparently we are not going to Paris because safety comes first. Because on the news, like last night, even the local newscasters were telling the local Parisians saying, "Don't go out; it's too dangerous." And I'm just sad. I mean, they have like strong ideas, fighting for the economy and stuff. I know, but at the same time, it's affecting some of the kids' schooling. Because sometimes classes are canceled, school is canceled, and kids can't go to school because of the crazy protests. And then I think some kids might be stressed out. I don't know. There's an interview about a child's development expert or something about the effects of how this protesting happening, the violence going on in Paris. Well, not every part of Paris, but the really major, public spaces, especially touristy areas like Arc de Triomphe and somewhere outside the Eiffel Tower. I've seen photos in different sections of Paris. Oh, not just that, but today on the countryside, there's small groups of protesters in yellow vests too. It's really hilarious. So I was like going around this roundabout. I was taking pictures, and then somehow captured the protesters and the sign. And then when I turned around, taking a picture again, and I think one of the protesters saw us and waving at us. It was so funny. And then, oh yeah, and I saw a lot of, certain borders, on the highway. There's like a, not a border, but one of those checkpoints, not really checkpoints, what do you call it? You pay money, toll booth area. There's like a police officer, you know, everywhere, like checking in, make sure everything's safe. And then someone in the group noticed that, oh, saw a couple of police officers taking a smoke break with the protesters. It was pretty hilarious. God, sorry. Oh yeah, and earlier this morning, we are driving through this, the toll booth area, and we noticed like all these cop cars and like what's going on, and then a couple of the um, civilians cars parked. I'm talking. And then the tour guide was like telling us like, well, the police officers probably believe these young French people might be carrying bombs or something, because apparently lately with the violence, you never know what's going on. So police are being extra cautious, like really checking people's cars, trunks and stuff about, because, yeah. I don't know how the regular Parisians are living right now. Like, it's probably like scary moments, like in and out, try to find food, and then run into the house, or run over to work or school, and then back home, can't really go anywhere. Especially when, lots of popular places in Paris are really crowded with protesters. Like, you can't move or do anything. And police officers and and I think the National Guard or something, I think, or like trying to, protect the city and trying to make sure the traffic is flowing and all that stuff. Anyways, I was still shocked to see the La Guillante Jeunes, the yellow vests, put us out in the countryside. It's like really shocking. I was not expecting that. And then there's a couple of people in the tour group was like so laughing about it and taking pictures of all the protesters. Like, okay. Anyway, so yeah. Yeah, one disappointed. I thought we were going to really see Versailles, but turned out the Versailles Palace was closed, and it looks like from the outside there's some major renovations happening. It's like, oh, but we got to go see outside and take pictures, and we saw King Henry the 14th um, statue with the horse, so we took pictures, and We'll walk around a little bit neighborhood. We're on the bus on the way. We saw a beautiful display of this building. I think maybe it's a government building or something with Christmas decoration. And there's a outdoor ice rink, a small one, tiny one, but like it was fun. And then we drove by this down the street. There's the Christmas markets. France has really, well, not just France, but I have experience with France. So yeah, all these Christmas markets, I can see a little bit, but I can't see a lot. And a couple of my tour group members were like disappointed that they can't go check it out. So today was pretty good actually, generally. And now I'm at the hotel room in Bercy, I think. So, oh, what? Next door, there's a mall, because we had to buy our own dinner tonight. So after we settled in the room, some of us went out down. We thought it was going to be down the street, but it's right next door. You go out the front door of the hotel and to your left and go into the door of the local mall. It's called Bercy 2, like Bercy 2 or something. And it has food and then shopping, and and so a group of my aunt's friends and me, we walk around Ashley Carrefour and check things out, and this French employee, she was like putting things away, but I thought like went over there and like, can I try some of this? I was like, try French. She was explaining French really fast, saying like, well, I'm closed because it's only open during the weekends, certain hours between 4 to 6:30 p.m. But I guess today she took it along because it was nearly 7 p.m. by the time she was wrapping things up. But there's a little couple bread pieces, try because why waste food? So she let us take it and eat it. So funny. Yeah. Oh, and also for dinner, I went to Subway because there's a poster saying that there's a $2 €2 60 centimes Subway sandwich, like 6 inch, So when I went in there, I kind of forgot my French. Like the certain words, like what, and it was the Asian French national, like saying like he's barely knowing English. He's like what, but good thing the customer ahead of us was two Arabic young men, and one of the young men was like turning to me and speaking English, like, oh, what do you want exactly? And like I explained like the special, and he asked the Subway employee, and the employee, yeah, turned out the special sandwich of the day was 6-inch sandwich, bread of choice with rare vegetables with steak and cheese. The steak is like minced meat or something. It was really delicious though, turns out. Anyways, and there's a couple of Christmas pictures I take today too at that local mall next door. What time is it? Oh, probably about 9:30 or about be 10 o'clock. Because we have to get up early because we're supposed to have tomorrow have breakfast at 7:30 a.m. and then meet up with the group at 8 a.m. to drive wherever we're going to go tomorrow. So I was surprised. You don't know what's going on. Like, what kind of, it reminds me of the time when I went with Cassie to Tunisia for a week as part of my 4x4 Jeep adventure through the desert. I mean, my friend knew French a bit more, and we went through a French traveling agency, and yeah, we didn't know all exact details going on. So we made interesting choices what we did there. But it's like that. We don't even know, and then all these itineraries all in French with words like we don't really know, and it was an adventure going somewhere. So I was like on this tour group with other Cantonese speaking people. It's like, since I don't read Chinese, like this adventure, I don't really know everything going on. So it makes, I guess, things interesting. So here's a challenge to anyone who wants adventure and it change from their daily life. If you have the money and time, join a tour group with people that's not your native language and experience a different way of traveling and not knowing what's going on. But it really take you out of your box, adventure and have fun times. Yeah, anyways. Well, bonsoir. Have a good night sleeping if you nighttime, but probably daytime over where you are in Portland. Anyways, bye-bye.